And good evening to you. Welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports, live tonight from the Nick at Griggsville-Perry High School as the 11-17 GP Tornadoes play host to the 15-12 Payson Seymour Indians. Alongside Jack and John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Homecoming for the Tornadoes here tonight. Good crowd on hand. And they're taking on one of their rivals, this Payson Seymour squad, who's a fun team to watch. Should be a good contest. We'll talk more about the matchup on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Before I started at DOT, like a real low point in my life, I just lost my house and I just wanted something to get myself back on my feet. I met a driver named John and he was like, man, come to DOT. They'll pay for your school, they'll pay for your CDLs. I applied, and ever since then, I've been very grateful. Since I've been here, I've had the opportunity to save money to buy me a home within the next couple of months. It's definitely been great. When my life needed direction, I took the wheel.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Meet water's bubblier and more energetic best friend, Bubbler. With antioxidants, natural caffeine, and 0 grams of sugar, Bubbler has benefits in each bubble.
Back with you on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Griggsville-Perry coming off of a kind of a heartbreaking loss to Edinburgh last night, a game the Tornadoes probably played well enough to win for about 3.5 quarters, but could not finish down the stretch, and they lost that one. Payson Seymour in town, a squad that, quite honestly, on any given night can compete with about anybody in the area. The same could be said, though, about this Griggsville-Perry squad. These two teams are both kind of streaky.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to see both of them probably at their worst. Griggsville-Perry playing Carrollton here in a game early in the season where they really kind of got run out of the gym, and Greenfield Northwestern again. Then I've seen Griggsville-Perry play some really good contests. Payson, when they're shooting it hot, they can be really tough, but they'll be without their middleman tonight, and we'll see how they are able to handle that.
And no Bertie Tinker tonight. He's in a walking boot, so hopefully he'll be able to heal quickly as the regionals start in about a week and a half or so. But they'll be without him this evening. 15-12 are the Indians on the year. They'll be participating in postseason action as the schedules came out earlier today, and Payson Seymour will play in the Griggsville-Perry Regional. The schedule looks like this. On Monday the 24th, Western will be at Route, Payson Seymour will be at Liberty, Griggsville-Perry will travel to Edinburgh, and Triopia will be at Mount Sterling. The winners of games 1 and 2 will play each other, and the winners of games 3 and 4 will play each other at 6 and 7:30 on Wednesday the 26th. And then on Friday evening the 28th, that'll be the championship game here at the Nick in Griggsville-Perry.
You ever seen any battles between Liberty and Payson at Liberty or Payson? That ought to be a dandy.
Yeah, they've not played much over the years that I recall. Other regionals that will feed into the same sectional will be at Greenfield, Winchester, and Raymond Lincolnwood. At Greenfield on Monday the 24th, SIUE Charter will be at Madison. DUPA will be at Carrollton, and Pleasant Hill will be at North Green. Greenfield will play the winner of SIU Charter and Madison. And then Carrollton and the winner of Pleasant Hill and North Green will play on Wednesday in the semifinal. Championship again on Friday night at 7 o'clock at Winchester. On Monday the 24th, Greenview at West Central. Springfield Lutheran at New Berlin, and ISD at Calvary. Pawnee will also travel to South County. The winners of the first two games and the winners of the second two games there will play in the semis on Wednesday night, the 26th, and then at the 7 o'clock championship on Friday night from Winchester High School. At Raymond Lincolnwood, it'll be Bunker Hill at Father McGivney, Mount Olive at Edwardsville Metro East Lutheran, and Maryville Christian at Raymond Lincolnwood. Calhoun will await the winner from the Bunker Hill and Father McGivney game. The winners of the Mount Olive Metro East Lutheran and Maryville Christian Raymond Lincolnwood game will play in the other semifinal with a championship game at 7 o'clock on Friday the 28th. Winners of those regionals will feed into the North Green sectional, and that will be slated for Tuesday, March 4th, Wednesday, March 5th, and Friday, March 7th in sectional action. Here, though, it's regular season basketball. The Tornadoes and the Indians homecoming for Griggsville-Perry. A little earlier start because they've got the coronation and dance yet tonight. Lots of action going on here at the Nick. We'll talk more about it on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show following this timeout.
I'm Kendra Conkrite, and I'm asking for your vote for Pikeland School Board on April 1st. In my work as a physician, I get to see and care for many young people in our community. Their health, safety, and education are always my top priority. By serving on the school board, I feel that I can have an even greater impact and would be honored to serve in this role. When you vote on April 1st, please vote for me, Kendra Conkrite, for Pikeland School Board.
Paid for by Kendra Conkrite for Pikeland School Board.
Your Jeep, truck, and SUV are only as good as the tires and rims they run on. On or off-road, go full throttle.
I'm Chris Nichols, Managing Broker and Owner at Ridgeline Sales Group, LLC. Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? With over 100 years of combined managing broker experience, Ridgeline Sales Group has assembled a team that can help you with any of your real estate needs. From first-time homebuyers to seasoned farm investors, we represent buyers and sellers all across West Central Illinois, helping to make their real estate dreams come to life. Give us a call today at 217-285-5800 or jump on our website at ridgelinesalesgroup.com.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
Game Masters Outdoors in Quincy is your ultimate destination for game cameras and hunting gear. Discover top-notch game cameras to elevate your outdoor experience. From firearms and ammunition to optics and outdoor equipment, we've got you covered. Enjoy free shipping on most orders. Browse our vast selection of high-quality gear and find everything you need for your next adventure. Visit GameMastersOutdoors.com today.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Back with you on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Both teams out on the court warming up in preparation of tonight's contest. And, you know, Griggsville-Perry, third game of the week already. Played at home on Tuesday, home last night, home tonight. So they'll get a well-deserved break with day off tomorrow. But a team that is hungry for a victory, Jack, is trying to get some things rolling in the right direction as they head into the final week of the regular season.
Yeah, it's that time of year when you don't have to go back very long ago where Payson won a regional at their own place, knocked off a New Berlin team, and quite honestly played the state champion about as well as anybody over at Calhoun. And Griggsville-Perry is one of those teams that, on a given night, they get hot. But one thing Griggsville-Perry's got to do is they've got to make free throws in their basketball games. They've lost some games without making those charity tosses.
Yeah, they're 5 of 12 from the free throw line last night. This Payson Seymour Indian team with a couple of really, really solid shooters from the outside. In fact, Blake Schwartz only needs about 29 points to become the all-time leading scorer at Payson Seymour High School. And for a kid like Blake Schwartz, that could be tonight.
I was going to say, I said to Coach Dushinsky when he said, I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it, and I said, what do you think? He said, you've seen Blake play. He could score 10 or he could score 35.
He's definitely a kid that can put him in a hurry, and this Payson Seymour team will be a tough out here in a couple of weeks as well. It is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports, about 3.5 minutes away from the Star Spangled Banner, the starting lineups and the play-by-play. Stay tuned, back with more after this.
At Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois, we have Mavericks, we have Rangers, we have F-150s, 250s, and 350s. If you need help with that perfect look after your purchase, I'm Corey Greinke and I Know Trucks. Come see me at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
Are you planning on building? Let Pike County Lumber help. Whether it's big or small, we have everything you need. We carry all building materials like siding, roofing, cabinets, decking, doors, and windows, just to name a few. We also have plumbing and electrical supplies along with tools. From building your shop, your brand new home, or kitchen and bath remodel, Pike County Lumber is here to help. We're family owned for 3 generations. Pike County Lumber. For all your building needs, come see us in Pittsfield.
Both teams have headed to their sidelines for some last-minute instructions, and we're just about ready for basketball action. Homecoming for Griggsville-Perry, big crowd on hand. They'd like to have a good showing here tonight, and always a lot more fun at that homecoming dance if you win the basketball game ahead of time, and the Tornadoes looking to do that this evening. And a tough matchup here with the squad from Payson Seymour. We'll pause. They have the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have the Fireman Home Supply starting lineups on Central Illinois Sports.
You've tried it. I've tried it. Everyone needs to try it. Sugar and Smoke, 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Open Wednesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Here's what others are saying. This place is fantastic in every way. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs on the weekends, the best green beans, appetizers, nachos, pony shoes, pork burgers, celebrating 1 year in business. Sugar and Smoke. It's time to eat. Yum. 217-922-0067.
At Farmers State Bank, we believe in community, teamwork, and success. We're thrilled to announce that we've been named the best place to work in Illinois and the best community bank in America this year. Join us on this winning team where your dreams take center court at Farmers State Bank. We're a team. Discover the difference. The best place to bank, the best place to work. Because when our community wins, we all win. Where community, excellence, and opportunity come together. Farmers State Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Why are you dressed like that?
It's Farm and Home Supply, right?
When we get in there, you're going to feel like an idiot.
See?
See?
They have everything.
No other place has it all. For farmers and everyone else too, like Farm and Home Supply.
Time to take a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups for you tonight on Central Illinois Sports. First of all, for the visiting team, the Payson Seymour Indians. Their head coach is Tyler Dushinsky, 15-12 on the season. They'll start at a guard. He's a 5'10 senior. That's Lane Barker. At a second guard, the 6'1 senior Blake Schwartz. And the third guard, he's a 6'1 junior Nolan Sparks. At a forward, he's a 5'10 senior Connor Howell. And at the other forward, the 6'2 senior Nicholas Boone. Boone, Howell, Sparks, Schwartz, and Barker for Payson Seymour. For the Griggsville-Perry Tornadoes, they are 11-17 on the year. Garrett White, their head coach. They'll start at a guard, a 5'9 sophomore Mario Rogers. At a second guard, a 5'10 sophomore Brody Rush. And the third guard is the 6'1 senior Garrett Woodward. At a forward, he's the 6'6 senior Logan Finsick. And at the other forward, the 6-foot senior Flint Kirk. Kirk, Finsick, Woodward, Rush, and Rogers for the squad from Griggsville-Perry. Let's look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. We tip it off from the Nick after this.
Jersey's Bar and Grill is pleased to announce the upcoming opening of our second location at 115 East Main Street in Mount Sterling. Coming this March, you will be able to find all your Jersey's favorites, signature drinks, craft beer selection, and locally sourced beef at 2 locations to better serve you. Jersey's Bar and Grill, your hometown sports bar.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Just about ready for tip-off here. Payson Seymour in the visiting blue uniforms with the white numbers and lettering here tonight, while the Tornadoes wear the home whites with the maroon numbers and gold trim. There's the lights. When do they come back on eventually?
I was hoping we were going to play under black lights all night long with a glow-in-the-dark basketball.
Well, it could have been something. Boone will jump for Payson Seymour against Finsick from Griggsville-Perry. Referees ready to roll as well, and the tip is up and controlled by the Tornadoes. GP on the attack here, working against the 1-2-2 zone defense of the Indians. Here's a lob pass down to Woodward, goes between his hands and out of bounds. Was set up nicely, but he could just not catch it. And a turnover on the opening possession for GP. Tornadoes a little full court and 1-2-2 pressure now, as Barker and Schwartz play a little pitch and catch in the backcourt. We'll get it to Sparks now, across to Schwartz.
Get a big crowd in here, it can get a little cozy at times.
Schwartz with a catch on the left wing, looks down low, nothing going here. GP starting the night in a little bit of a matchup zone as well. Free throw line, Howell with the basketball, getting the start because of the injury to Deeker, and he'll throw a pass that's tipped and stolen away. Rogers on the run into the front court for Griggsville-Perry. On the left side, Rush. Quickly around the horn, it goes to Finsick. Now Woodward, and he'll set up the half-court attack. 7:10 to play in the first. No score here in the early going on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. Rush with it in the corner to Woodward. He'll try a 3 from there, and it's good. 3 points to start the night right for the Tornadoes from Garrett Woodward. With 6:53 to play in the first, they had the game's first lead.
What they did last night, I believe, right?
Into the front court, Barker to Schwartz on the right side. Thought about the 3. Now he'll kick it back on the other side. Stolen away by Woodward. Woodward with a larceny. Layup at the other end, up and good. 5-0 Tornadoes. Sparks and Barker in the backcourt now. Get it across to Schwartz. He'll attack now with the step back J, and he'll put the Indians on the board for the first time from the free throw line. Kid can really shoot it. You've got to know where he's at all times if you are the Tornadoes. Woodward caught into a double team in the corner. Boone knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Griggsville-Perry on the sideline. 6:14 to play in the first. Rush with the basketball out front, works it to Rogers. Now to Garrett Woodward. Surveys the floor. Teresh had a nice night again last night for the Tornadoes. Finsick was the leading scorer. Just couldn't close down the stretch. Here's Woodward open for a three, no good. Rebound, Rogers on the offensive side. GP with a second chance opportunity here. 5-2 the Tornadoes with the lead with 5:45 to play in the first now. Rogers tiptoeing along the sideline, had to save it in, does so to Finsick. Now Rush at the high post, drives in, kicks to Woodward. Pulls it back out top, Finsick. Quick pass over to Rogers for the three. It's an air ball, and the rebound pulled down by Sparks. Gets it to Schwartz. He wants to lead the charge into the front court, and he's fouled, says the trailing official, by Mario Rogers.
Rogers will pick up our first foul of the ball game. It'll come at the 5:26 mark as I look through the bracing there on the scoreboard.
Sparks with it on the inbounds. He'll drive to the baseline. Cut off there. Now to Barker. Back to Sparks. Indians like to shoot a lot of threes. GP really out extending that defense past the three-point arc. Now Schwartz catches one in rhythm left side, and he won't miss that much. He's got all five. Woodward's got 5 for Griggsville-Perry, and we're tied at 5 with 5:15 to play in the first of the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. RidgelineSalesGroup.com or 217-285-5800 to talk about the latest local listings or to list your property. Turnover on the Tornadoes, as again, it just slips through the hands of one of their players, and that extra butter on the popcorn tonight before the game not working well for Griggsville-Perry. A lot of action going on here at the school today with homecoming. There was a dinner, a 50-50 raffle, a bake sale, and rumor has it maybe some live bear wrestling at halftime.
I thought Damon Emmerich was going to, wrestle a grease pig or something.
He's not even in attendance. Not sure he's even still an alumni.
It's his homecoming.
Here's Rogers with the basketball on the right side, finds Woodward. Back to Mario Rogers, top of the key for a three, off the iron, no good. Finsick gets the offensive board. He'll pull it back out front to Rush. 4:25 to play in the first. Down low, they'll work it into Kirk. Pass out top, Rogers to Rush, sets his feet, fires away. The three-pointer off the iron, it clangs, no good. Sparks with his second rebound. Outlet pass to Barker on the run to the front court. His pass is tipped out of bounds. No, they'll say was not tipped, just thrown out of bounds. And the turnover on the Indians, their fourth already. Dalton Phillips into the game along with Ashton Baker for Payson Seymour. Baker a 6'4" senior. Phillips also a senior. He's 6 foot tall. Griggsville-Perry looking to retake the advantage. Finsick with a catch and a launch of the three, and it's good. Logan Finsick with his first bucket of the contest, a three-pointer, and halfway through quarter number one, it's an 8-5 Tornado lead.
Payson with 10 seniors in their line on their team. It's amazing.
Here's Schwartz for a deep three off the back iron. Rebound batted out of bounds by Woodward. It'll stay with the blue-clad Indians underneath.
Dalton Phillips kind of came down that ankle funny there. It's a little ginger, I think.
That's how they usually refer to leprechauns, isn't it? Here's Phillips with it in the corner to Schwartz. Kind of lost the handle, tried to save it in, and it goes right into the hands of Flint Kirk. Into the front court, Rush with the basketball. He lost his footing for a moment. It's slick out there, and now a foul on Brody Rush with the strip sack.
Brody Rush picks up his first, second team foul. Payson does not have a foul yet. And we're 335 or 355? 335 left.
Can you look at that one?
The quarter. I can see that part. It's parts of each one.
What does add them together?
Could you take the metal backboards down so I can see?
Seems like without that bracing above the basket, that the basket would not be able to withstand.
I thought that rope was
the elevation with gravity coming into play at some point. Out at the free throw line with it is Boone. He'll get it to Sparks. Really not a lot of looks on the offensive side for Payson Seymour other than from Schwartz. He'll catch it at the top of the key. Now to Baker on the left side for a three, and he'll nail it to tie the game at 8.
You've reminded me Ashton Baker likes the shot, and he can put it away.
He can shoot it. Yeah, and he's about 6'4", big broad-shouldered young man. Pretty good player, really. And a valuable guy off the bench for Payson Seymour. Speaking of that, here's Hunter Brown in for the first time for Griggsville-Perry. He had another big JV game where the Tornadoes rolled to a victory. He'll try a three from the wing, up and rims in and out, no good. Rebound down to Boone. He'll work it to Sparks. Ball tipped in the backcourt, stolen away by Rush, and then a foul on Schwartz.
Schwartz will pick up the foul after the turnover.
Excuse me, Sparks. I'm sorry, I led you astray.
Sparks picks up the foul. I marked it that way. I saw 24 and marked it, so no Ron Burgundy for me. First team foul. Turnover was against Payson, correct? Or sixth.
Barker back into the game as Sparks sits down. 2:33 to play in the first, 8 all on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. Finsick out front to Rush. Over to Brown, now on the baseline, Woodward. Bounce pass inside Finsick, goes to work. Right side now, Rogers. Brown with it. Here's Finsick on a step-back jump shot, no good. And Schwartz has the rebound. Bounces off of Mario Rogers, who brings it into the front court now. Works it to Barker on the left wing for a three, and it's good. And the Indians have their first advantage of the night, 11-8. On the three-pointer from Lane Barker.
Who can't shoot a three on these two teams?
Here's Woodward on a pull-up shot, no good. Boone with another board. He can pick up those rebounds in a hurry. Into the front court, Schwartz on the run. He'll go to the baseline. Now out to Baker for a three. It's good again. The big man with the tray. And the lead for Payson Seymour, 14-8. 1:35 to play in the first. Indians with the lead. Timeout on the Adams Fiber timeout as Griggsville-Perry wants to talk it over. We're back after this.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
1:35 to play in the first. Timeout was taken by the Tornadoes on the Adams Fiber timeout for the fastest internet. It doesn't buffer no matter what line throws at you. It's Adams Fiber, their local and providing the ultimate internet experience. Visit followthefiber.net to learn more.
GP led 8-5. They trail 14-8 now.
And are on the attack with Hunter Brown with the basketball. Cajun Austin has also checked in for the Tornadoes. He provided a lot of energy in the preliminary contest tonight as well. Rush with it to Brown, top of the key. Brown gets it back now to Rush on the extra pass. Good look, three is off the mark. And Baker has the rebound. He'll throw it off to Phillips. Now Schwartz comes to get it. He'll bring it toward the front court for the Seymour Indians. And now a foul going to be called on Brody Rush.
Rush will pick up the foul. That will be his second. Team foul number 3. And will Brody Rush have to come off the court?
Not right now. He's not going to. Sparks and Gooding into the game for Payson Seymour. Now here comes Quentin Booker into the game for Griggsville-Perry, and Rush will take a chair.
Sit Baker down, and he nailed a couple of threes.
1:04 to play in the first. 14-8 the lead for the Tornadoes. Excuse me, for the Indians on top of the Tornadoes. How about Gooding with it out to Sparks. Back to Gooding on the wing. Sparks between the circles with less than a minute. Down low, Phillips.
Wide open.
Yeah, finds himself just wide open into the bucket to make it a 16-8 lead. Biggest of the ball game for the Indians with 42 ticks to play in the first.
11-0 run.
Brown with it out top. Over to Austin for a three. It's off the rim, no good. A rebound pulled in by Barker. Stolen away by Booker, who puts it up, won't fall. Barker gets another board. Outlet pass nearly stolen away, but off of Austin and out of bounds. And it'll remain with Payson Seymour in the backcourt.
A lot of contact on that last series.
No harm, no foul, they say.
No blood.
Sparks with it in the backcourt. 20 seconds to play in the first. Bounces across to Schwartz. Skips it over to Barker. 15 seconds to play. In the corner now, Gooding gets involved. Around the horn it comes to Barker. Looks for the play call with 9. Free throw line, Phillips. On the right side, Gooding for the three. It's way off the mark. Rebound batted around. Secured by Woodward. He'll turn and take it the other way. Stop for nearly a half-court shot that's blocked by Phillips at the buzzer. And we head to quarter number 2, where Payson Seymour leads Griggsville-Perry 16-8.
Beard Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, proudly serving farmers since 1937. We know how important it is to your operation to keep you running. 4 convenient locations in Ashland, Orangeville, Pittsfield, and Hannibal, Missouri. Beard Implement Company, our people, your advantage.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Ready to start quarter number 2. Payson Seymour has the 8-point lead and the basketball here as the Indians ended on a big run to end that first quarter, Jack.
One team's hot. Payson 6 of 8, 4 of 6, but they've turned it over 6 times. GP 3 of 14, 2 of 10, turned it over 3 times. So turnovers haven't hurt as much as poor shooting.
Indians start the second quarter with Schwartz, Sparks, Barker, Boone, and Gooding. Here's Schwartz from the left wing, 3, good.
Did you say he could shoot?
He can shoot it a bit, and it's an 11-point Indian advantage. As the big run continues here.
14-0.
Wowzers. Rush, Rogers, Finsick, Woodward, and Kirk to start the second period for Griggsville-Perry. That's how they started the game tonight.
About halfway through the first quarter is the last time they scored.
Woodward, long skip pass over to Finsick. He'll try the 3 from the right side and answers with the tray.
He's got 6.
Makes it 19-11 on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard.
That 3-point shot over the years has really changed the game, hasn't it?
Foul going to be called.
Rogers?
Yep, another one with the trail official here.
Yeah, second guard of the team with 2 fouls. First team foul, second quarter. 7:02 left in the quarter, 19-11. And
GP's had a lot of trouble with foul issues the last several weeks. Move those feet. Schwartz with it on the wing right side. Kirk out to guard him. Now to Sparks. Back to Barker on the right side. 19-11 the lead for the Indians. Gooding with it on the left wing for a 3. Off the iron, won't go. Rebound fought for underneath, and Flint Kirk has the board. Into the front court with the basketball is Finsick. Thought about the 3, gave it up though to Woodward instead. Right side, Finsick gets it back where he nailed that 3 just on the last possession. Gets it there again and says, all right, I'll give it a try. Shot short, and Boone with his 3rd rebound. Sparks will bring it into the front court for the Indians. On the left side, 3-pointer Schwartz off the mark this time. Rebound down to Woodward. Gets it to Rush, who wants to run. He'll soar and miss the shot. The rebound tapped down, run down by Kirk. Over to Rush in the corner. Off to Austin for the 3. Cajun Austin with the tray for the Griggsville-Perry Tornadoes, and they cut the lead down to 5.
6-0 run for them now.
5:50 to play in the half on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. Sparks has it in the backcourt. He'll give it up to Schwartz. Gets set, lets it fly. Too long. And Finsick trying to get a rebound. He and Gooding battle for it. Gooding wins that fight. Second chance opportunity here for Payson Seymour. Barker lets the man fly by. Drives in, runner up off the glass and in for 2 more.
5 for him.
Lead back to 7 for the Indians. 5:22 to play in the half. Woodward and the Tornadoes trying to answer here. Got off to the nice start, but now playing some catch-up. Woodward surveys the floor. Got to have better ball movement for Griggsville-Perry. A lot of standing around. Woodward over to Rush. Back to Woodward, deep on the right side. Looks like they're going to run the play where you mix up the spaghetti. On the right side it goes to Finsick. Looks out top to Woodward. To Austin, who hit that three on the last possession. Extra pass goes to Rush on the right side. A little better action here now by GP, trying to look for a good shot as Austin thought about the three. Ball comes back out front now to Rush. Tyler Dushinsky and the official having a discussion over there on the sideline. Vincent to Austin. Good look three again. Same result.
6 for him.
He's a spark plug for this team, no doubt about that, and cuts it down to a 4-point game again with 4:17 to play in the half. You got to like his energy that he plays with.
I like his name.
Cajun Austin.
Oh, my.
Out top, here's a set shot three by Sparks from the arc. Up and in.
I can do that too.
24-17. GP hasn't strung together too many stops here tonight.
6 of 11 from 3 is Payson.
That's a pretty good percentage. Better than 50. Woodward looks down low, nothing going. Out to Austin. Over to Brody Rush. Woodward gets it out between the circles. 7-point deficit facing the Tornadoes right now on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. Skip pass across comes to Rush. He'll attack the rack. Left-hand runner-up can't get it to go. Boone with a rebound and a foul by Kirk.
Kirk will pick up his first second-team foul. Boone picks up his 4th board of the night. Two guys that have been fun to watch over their careers, though. They're not big scorers, but two guys have really filled the middle and worked hard. One of the things I noticed about the Griggsville-Perry offense, it doesn't make Payson work very hard on the defensive side, so you're not wearing them down at all. So their three-point legs are very good.
Got to just have better movement, better pace. Pass skipped across to Sparks. He'll drive the lane. Right-hand runner won't go. And the rebound to Finsick. Into the front court, Hunter Brown. Out top the Finsick. Thought about that three in transition. Thought better of it this time.
He can shoot over about anybody in the state, though, when he's out there.
3 minutes to play in the half. Here's Rush. Drives, kicks. Finsick gets set for the three. It's off the iron. No good. Goes hard after the rebound on the floor after it. Now loose again, and Howell picks it up, but a timeout taken by Payson Seymour. And the Adams Fiber timeout, 2:49 to play in the half. It's the Indians on top of the Tornadoes, 24-17.
Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
Timeout taken by Payson Seymour, their first of the contest on the Adams Network timeout. 24-17 the lead for the Indians. They'll have the basketball sideline out of bounds in the backcourt.
Griggsville needs to stop here.
Sparks with it to Schwartz. Turned the ball over a lot fewer times in the second quarter already. Here's a runner up by Boone, no good, and the rebound down to Brown. He'll give it to Woodward. Austin out top, Brown to Rush. Quick pass around, it comes in the corner to Finsick. He'll try to take the man off the dribble. Had it poked free and stolen away. Turnover around the Tornadoes. Long pass into the front court to Sparks, and he travels.
7 turnovers on Payson now, 5 on Griggsville-Perry. Booker comes back into the game. He'll set Finsick down. The youth movement of Griggsville-Perry is pretty solid coming back in the future. They'll lose Woodward, Finsick, and Kirk.
Rush with it between the circles.
Cajun Austin's been hot. I might try his hand again.
They get a look top of the key. Over to Woodward. It's a catch again. Thought about it. Wouldn't let it fly. With just under 2 minutes to play in the half. Austin on the right side to Woodward. Back out to Austin. Around it comes to Rush. Skips to the corner. Woodward launches the three there. It's an air ball. Rebound batted around. Comes into the hands of Rush. To Hunter Brown on the left side for three. Yes. Brown from downtown. He's got an early 5 and makes it 24-20. An early 3. I thought you had more fingers up. Here, let me give you one more.
Well, I would. But
Sparks with it in the backcourt.
we got so many.
You would with that table saw.
Right.
That's not.
Don't do that twice.
Here's a 3 by Barker trying to answer, no good. And if anybody knows you, you have never used a table saw in your life. Into the front court. Long pass down to Rush. Shot won't go, but he's fouled and heads to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
First free throws to be shot of the night with 1:12 left in the half. Foul goes against Lane Barker, just the second on Payson in the ball game. And Brody Rush tries to get a pair of free throws here. Rush looking for his first points of the night. First one is up and too long.
Tim Waters and Waters Concrete, offering quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. 309-252-1052.
Garrett Woodward about ready to employ a hypnotist with his kids shooting free throws. I think it's
Garrett White.
Oh, Garrett White. What did I say? Woodward? Now, well, he might want to too, but Garrett White is going to have somebody who can help him shoot those free throws. And then Brody Rush says, "Shut up, broadcaster."
He'll sit down as we'll see back into the contest Mario Rogers, both of them with 2 fouls.
Just a 3-point game after it was pretty good distance of 11 at one time.
Yep. Indians haven't shot it well here in the second. They haven't shot it much. Here's the ball loose. Phillips runs it down. Pass on the left side. Baker to Schwartz. Back to Baker as they throw it across the top. Get it to Boone down low. Shot it up no good. Good defense by Booker. Boone gets the rebound. Blocked again by Booker. Out of bounds, and it'll be Cheapy basketball. Nice
Booker
job
really,
by the freshman Quentin Booker holding his own in the paint.
He really did a nice job there.
Finsick and Rush come back in. Rogers and Booker sit down with 47.8 seconds to play in the first half.
Rogers and Rush both with 2 fouls, so they played some second quarter action with those 2 fouls. They're a 3-pointer away from tying this up, and they got 38 seconds left, and Coach White says, I don't mind waiting for one.
Woodward has it out near the center line.
Where's that shot clock? Where's that shot clock?
22 seconds. Definitely changes end of quarter situations, won't it?
Yes, it
it's
does.
Not next year, but the season after.
If you want to get a job, practice running a shot clock.
10 seconds. Rush with it. Signals the man in motion with 5. Got to go. I don't really see it here. Now the fencing at the free throw line. Turnaround shot good. As the buzzer sounds, I'm not sure that's exactly what Griggsville-Perry was trying to do, but it works nonetheless. And they cut it down to a 1-point game as we head to the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Payson Seymour 24, GP 23 at the half.
Your friends at Little Jess Motor Company are proud to sponsor today's halftime show. The President's Day sales event is happening now at Little Jess, and now is the best time to save all the Benjamins. Take 10% off our entire selection of new Go Anywhere, Do Anything Jeep Wranglers and get savings over $6,000. Save $12,500 when you take advantage of 20% off our new Jeep Gladiator Rubicons. Get a new 25 Jeep Compass 4-wheel drive for just $27,900 and save up to $12,000 on a new Ram during Truck Month at Little Jess. You can get a new heavy-duty Ram for as low as $44,500. Little Jess, serving the Tri-States for 7 decades.
Now that the new year is upon us, it's time to focus on the important things, like Wi-Fi, strong connections, and high speed. This is the perfect time to tell you to call Cascom today. We specialize in all of those important needs. With our high-speed fiber optic service, we make your life easier. Whether that's online streaming, gaming, or just wanting good local TV channels, we have it all. So give us a call today at 1-800-252-1799.
Petty Construction and owner Joe Petty, specializing in commercial and residential roofing systems. They design, build new homes and additions and renovations to your home. Interior and exterior renovations are their specialty. Petty Construction and Joe Petty have the experience in building you are looking for. Call 217-779-6384 or on the web at joe.petty@pettyconstruction.com. Building your community one job at a time.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
In a world that seems to be out of control, your friends at First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois want you to know that the hope of God's love reaches out to you. God loves you and He has a purpose for your life. If you'd like to learn more about this, we invite you to join us at 8 a.m. or at 10:30 on Sunday mornings at 225 North Memorial Street in Pittsfield, or online at fccpittsfield.org, our Facebook page, or our YouTube channel. First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois, a safe place to learn and grow.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. A 24-23 lead for the Payson Seymour Indians on top of the Griggsville-Perry Tornadoes here at the break. Halftime stats brought to you in part by LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing. Call the Dunhams and their professional team for all of your hauling needs. 217-285-2808 for LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing.
It was 5-0 Griggsville-Perry early in the ball game. First quarter ended with Payson leading 16-8, so a 16-3 rest of the quarter for them. Halftime 24-23, Payson maintains the lead. One lead change tied at 5-8. Turnovers 5 on Griggsville-Perry, 7 on Payson. Actually, Payson turned it over 7 times in the first quarter and cleaned it up after that. It is 24-23, Payson Seymour's Indians over the Griggsville-Perry Tornadoes here at halftime. Individual shooting percentages and scoring come your way on the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime show. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Best Systems Auto Sales, located at 802 West Washington Street in Pittsfield between Best Systems Car Wash and O'Reilly Auto Parts, is the place to go for your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Check out this deal from Best Systems Auto Sales. This 2022 Ford Bronco has 12,500 miles, is priced at $39,500, and would look great in your garage or driveway. Contact Best Systems Auto Sales to take a test drive, 217-939-7664.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC. Brian Dickhout Trucking, LLC has been in business since 1995. Brian Dickhout Trucking offers hauling of liquid and dry fertilizer, grain, rock, feed, lime, with local and long-distance hauling. Brian Dickhout Trucking is located at 1878 East 2100 Street, Camp Point. Call them at 217-257-8302. That's 257-8302. Long dumps, short dumps, hoppers, and tanks. When you need it hauled, trust the experts at Brian Dickhout Trucking, LLC in Camp Point. They deliver. Welcome back on the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime show. Little Jess Motors right across from Quincy High School. You know, the Little Jess Griffin family's been at it for a lot of years, like 70-some anyway, and they'll take great care of you with all your Jeep and Chrysler Dodge and Ram needs. Tell them the Central Illinois Sports Group sent you. 8 of 24 is Griggsville-Perry, 33%. 6 of 17 from the arc, 37%. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Logan Finsick leads the way with 8 points. 6 points for Austin Cajun. 5 for Garrett Woodward. In the first half, Brody Rush had a single point. On the other side, Payson Seymour, 9 of 19 from the field, 46%. But they're 6 of 12 from three-point land. So they're 3 of 7 from inside the arc, shooting 50% behind the arc, and they have not shot a free throw yet. 8 points for Blake Swartz, 6 for Ashton Baker off the bench, a 3 for Nolan Sparks, 2 points for Dalton Phillips, and Lane Barker added 5 in the first half. 24-23, Payson Seymour leads Griggsville-Perry here at halftime on the Ridgeline Sales Group Incorporated scoreboard and the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime show. It's time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Kaylee Fessler. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this season. If you are looking to get team shirts or spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square feet of retail space, so pop in and see what we have to offer. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, and banners. The Walker family has proudly owned and operated Press Yours On You for over 18 years. Being a small-town business, our goal is customer satisfaction. We would like to thank everyone who has supported us. As always, thank you for supporting local.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Make sure you include the Damon guys to get it right the first time. Residential and commercial, new builds, or existing. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Thanks to our friends from Little Jess Motors for being our halftime sponsor. Griggsville-Perry will have the basketball to start the second half of play, trailing by 1, but after trailing by as many as 11 in the first half, have to feel pretty good about it if you are GP. They'll start the second half with Cajun Austin along with Finsick, Rush, Kirk, and Woodward. On the other side, it's Boone, Sparks, Schwartz, Howell, and Barker for Payson Seymour. We are underway here in quarter number 3, homecoming night for the Tornadoes.
Griggsville-Perry shooting for our second lead change of the night.
Rush with it out front. He'll work the pass to Austin out top. Now to Rush. Skips it over in the corner to Finsick. Couldn't launch the 3. Pass in traffic is stolen away. Just not a high percentage play there.
That pass had no chance. There were 3 guys around him. 6 turnover first and second half.
Sparks out front, looks for Howell. Backdoor not open, so get it back to Sparks. Skips to the wing in Barker. Schwartz on the right side in rhythm for the 3 up and good.
Give him 11.
Makes it 27-23. On the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. 7:09 to play in this third period. GP's Woodward out to Rush. Austin Ooh, dangerous pass, and it goes off of Rush's hands and stolen away by Barker. Barker kind of lunged like he was going to go after it, then came back, kind of spooked Rush a bit. Now Barker for a three on the other end. It's up and good, and a quick turn of events here for Payson Seymour as they have a 7-point lead all of a sudden.
Give him 8.
This is without Brody Deeker, who's a usual starter for this squad.
Garrett White says you cannot leave him, and there's 2 of those guys at least.
Here's Austin trying the answer, no good. Rebound down to Flint Kirk. Out to Rush for a three. Good. Rush with the answer for the Tornadoes.
First bucket of the night. He's got 4. They need him.
30-26. Back down to that 4-point game. Indians trying to get it across the time stripe, and do on the pass to Barker. In the corner, Schwartz. Down low, Howell. Travels, no call. Now he's fouled possibly, or a jump ball. We'll say a jump ball, and it'll stay with Payson Seymour.
Payson really patient to break a press, aren't they? They make a lot of passes.
Schwartz to throw it in, gets it to Sparks. Passed on the wing to Howell, skip it across to Barker. Now Schwartz.
Barker and Schwartz almost fighting for that one.
Schwartz, another three. This one left short. Rebound, batted around and pulled in by Garrett Woodward.
His 3rd board of the night.
Rush into the front court to Fensick, back to Rush. Puts it on the deck here, and we'll set up the half-court attack for Griggsville-Perry. 5:40 to play in the third. Tornadoes trailing by 4. Austin, top of the key three, yes. Cajun Austin with his, 3rd three of the night?
3rd three.
Makes it a 1-point game again. That's what the halftime spread was, and back to that 1-point lead for Payson Seymour.
8 of 20 from 3. Payson 8 of 15.
On the left side, 3-pointer up and no good by Barker. Rebound to Flint Kirk, his 4th. He'll get it to Woodward on the run into the front court. Got to try to find Austin here again, don't you? Down low instead. Fensick will miss it, gets it back, puts it up on the reverse layup, up and good. And Griggsville-Perry has reclaimed the lead. 31-30 Tornadoes on top.
Fensick in double figures with 10, second lead change.
Kind of a quiet 10 for him tonight, too. We'll let everything just kind of come to him. Now here's Kirk on the floor after it to get the loose ball. Pass into the front court, comes to Rush. Down to Austin in transition, won't fall. And on the rebound, a foul going to be called on Brody Rush, and this will be his 3rd.
Brody Rush going to pick up that foul, his 3rd, first team foul. Rogers comes in, Rush sits down, Baker on the other side in, along with Dalton Phillips. Boone, Baker, Phillips, Schwartz, and Sparks.
Schwartz will heave it all the way into the front court to Phillips. Lets everybody catch up. Now to Sparks, hands it to Schwartz. Skips it over to Baker for a three. In and out, no good. Rebound, Flint Kirk kept it alive, but it's run down near the half-court line by Dalton Phillips.
Kirk did all he could.
He said, man, that kind of hurt when I hit the floor. You can tell he's kind of limping around on that hip. Here's a pass to Baker. Back in the corner, Schwartz. Sparks with it with 4:07 to play in the third. Schwartz fakes the three. He'll try the drive in now. Kicks to the wing and Phillips. Hands it to Schwartz. Says, go set a screen. Uses the screen, does Blake Schwartz. Drives in, gets fouled on the floor to be ball out of bounds for Griggsville-Perry on the first foul of the second half by Payson Seymour.
No, Payson's going to get the ball. That's who drove in.
No, excuse me. What did I say?
I have no idea. Who was the foul on?
Griggsville-Perry.
I know that.
Flint Kirk.
Thank you. His second, team second.
Schwartz on the dribble. Ooh, that's probably a foul on Rogers, not called there. Both hands on him.
Tell you what, they're really all over Schwartz, and he can score them with them on him, but now Fensick playing on him.
They've not called very many fouls in this game. You thought it'd be a fourth quarter at Winchester as Baker catches in the lane, puts it up, and gives Payson Seymour the lead right back.
Third lead change. These guys like lead changes at Winchester.
Into the front court, Woodward
not
over
John
to Austin.
Walters. But Jeff Abel is the superintendent here now.
Rogers with it on the wing. 3:13 to play in the third. Route playing just up the road in Brown County. Here's a three by Garrett Woodward. gives the lead right back to the Tornadoes on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard.
4th lead change. We got a hot contest now.
3 minutes to play in the third. Indians work the pass across to Phillips, shovels it back to Schwartz. He'll try a 3 off the dribble and nails it. How about an answer, he says. We're back up by 1.
14 for him, lead change 5. Fun couple of minutes here.
Kid can really shoot the basketball. Here's Rogers trying to get in on the fun. It's an air ball. And the rebound out of bounds to Payson Seymour.
Nicholas Boone said, everybody get out of the way. Kid's really put together. Played football at Payson this year, or Minden this year, didn't he?
2:35 to play in the third. 1 point lead for the Indians. Now it's stolen away by Rogers right underneath the basket. Puts up a shot off the iron, no good. Rebound, Kirk couldn't corral it. No, let's say Phillips touched it last. It'll be GP basketball.
I'll be darned.
Finsick to throw it in for the Tornadoes. Does so to Kirk. Rogers around the horn, Austin. Back on the right side, Finsick for a 3. They let him kind of shoot it there. A dangerous proposition, but it works out for Payson Seymour as he couldn't get it to go. And Sparks had the rebound. I don't think you were going to want to give Logan Finsick that much space to shoot the basketball. Here's Schwartz coming off of a screen underneath. Shot no good. Rebound down to Rogers. Quick outlet pass to Woodward. He'll attack on the run into the front court. Austin 3, left side, no good. And Boone with another board. To Sparks. Now Schwartz into the front court for the Indians. And a quick third quarter. Now a little step back J is good by Blake Schwartz.
16.
37-34, the 3-point lead for Payson Seymour.
First time in 5 trips we haven't had a lead change.
Here's Woodward on a 3. Just a quick shot for the Tornadoes, but they'll get a second chance as Payson Seymour touched it before it went out of bounds. Here's Hunter Brown back into the game. He'll sit down Kirk. On the other side, we'll see Barker and Gooding return to the game, sitting down Baker and Sparks.
Baker and Boone said, you're not supposed to miss it that bad. We weren't expecting the ball to come that fast to us.
Here's Finsick on the wing left side to Rogers. Now Woodward gets a touch. 1:24 to play in the third. Griggsville-Perry trailing by 3. Hunter Brown trying to tie it up, though, with the 3 from the corner, and it's up and good. Knotted up at 37.
Third tie of the night.
Brown with his second 3-pointer of the game. He's got 6 now. And with just over a minute to play in the third, it's a brand new ball game again.
This is what you can expect in the regional semifinals and finals here, too. Seen a lot of tight contests here over the years.
Gooding out top to Schwartz.
Liberty started here when they got second in the state a few years ago.
They started here that
regional.
Regional, okay. Here's a 3 by Schwartz, no good. Rebound down to Brown. That year when Yorkville Christian did a little recruiting.
Oh, no.
31 seconds to play in the third.
They didn't just recruit. They started a new school 5 years ahead of that.
Discipline and attention to detail.
That's right. And they wanted to give all the praise and glory.
19 seconds to play in the third. Jesus was a pretty good recruiter.
He was a good, I'm all for Jesus, but Barker picks up his first foul of the quarter. But the coach didn't say anything until the minister came into the press room. Well, just his second.
17.5 seconds to play in the third. Still tied at 37. Yeah, they scored a second. 10 seconds now as Rush will set the play in motion. Looking back door to Woodward. Couldn't corral it.
Great pass. Just bounced a little funny. 8th turnover, third of the quarter. And 2 on Payson in the quarter. With 6.5 seconds, 6.6 seconds left.
I just think Woodward got a little excited because he was so open on the back.
It was a great pass.
Sparks to Schwartz. He'll look to bring it across on the run. Gets it over to Baker for a 3 at the buzzer, no good. And we head to the fourth. Griggsville-Perry, Payson Seymour tied at 37 on Central Illinois Sports.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at No. 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
Sports families, come check out Central Valley Sports, the new facility in town. Located 3 miles south of Winchester at 520 Winchester Glasgow Road. Batting cages, pitching mounds, pitching machines, and more. Open to all ages and skill levels. The facility is available for team rental, individual membership, and family memberships. Be sure to check out the Central Valley Sports Facebook page for more information and stay up to date on individual lessons and camps offered throughout the year.
Ready to start quarter number 4, and we're, well, kind of where we started. It's tied, Jack, and 37 points apiece. Going to come down to the 4th.
Tied at 5-8, and now at 37 after 3. 13 to 37 for GP, 31%. 10 of 25 from the arc, 40%. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Payson's 14 of 30. 9 of 21 have not shot a free throw.
Here's Spencer in the corner to Austin. Now to Woodward. He'll attack. Quick move to the basket. Shot up good. But the referee says no shot. No shot. It was on the floor. And it'll be ball out of bounds.
Garrett White said, can we look at that on the monitor? Couldn't see the foul, guys. Schwartz picks up his first foul of the 4th quarter.
Fensick, left side 3 ball up, no good. Rebound, run down by Rush. He'll get it to Fensick. Puts it on the deck. Tornadoes trying to retake the lead here. Just underway in quarter number 4, and a game tied at 37 points apiece. Brown on the drive. Little floater up, no good. Rebound tipped. Baker with the board for Payson Seymour.
His second.
Schwartz with it into the front court. Long skip pass to Parker. Baker.
Candlestick
maker and Sparks. On the right side to Parker.
He knew it was coming.
7:11 to play. Got to get the ball reversed, and they do to Schwartz now. Free throw line, pull-up shot. Baker having a good night.
He likes that shot. He's got 10.
Tell you what, he's a talented kid.
Griggsville-Perry had the last lead, right?
Yeah, the guy that has the sheets in front of him asking me that.
No, they did not. No, they did not.
So, not a lead change.
Well, just because I got a pencil and paper
doesn't mean I'm paying attention. Fensick with it on the right
wing. I'm sorry,
wing.
did I wake you?
In the corner to Brown. Garrett White sells his guys pass and cut here. Trying to get a little movement in the offense. Down by 2 with 6:30 to play. Austin with the basketball. Drives and kicks on the right side to Rush. Rush has had trouble getting free tonight. Only has, 3 points just on that 1 3-pointer?
Yeah, they've spotted him. He really can be the fuel in this team.
Made a free throw earlier, too, I guess. I would give him 4.
Give him 4.
Brown with it way out front to Rush. 6:09 to play. Tornadoes not afraid to go deep into some possessions here and burn a little clock. Woodward out to Austin. Kicks to Woodward right side. Surveys against Schwartz. Around the horn it comes to Austin on the left wing now. Out top Brown. In the corner Brody Rush. Tornadoes have had it for about a minute on this end. You're going to work it this hard. You've got to get a good shot, though. You don't want to settle now.
Well, they had that back door earlier that just went off the guy's knee. Yep. Maybe they're looking for that again.
We saw this last night against Edinburgh, though. They'd run good possessions like this, and then it's going to take a silly shot. Fensick now on the dribble drive. Gets to the rim, just can't get it to go. Good look. And the rebound down to Baker.
3 rebounds for him. He's been big in the second half.
And we got a whistle and a timeout of the Adams Network timeout. 5:20 to play. Payson Seymour 39, Griggsville-Perry 37.
Why are you dressed like that?
It's farm and home supply, right?
When we get in there, you're going to feel like an idiot.
See?
See?
They have everything.
No other place has it all. For farmers and everyone else too, like Farm and Home Supply.
I'm Kendra Conkrite, and I'm asking for your vote for Pikeland School Board on April 1st. In my work as a physician, I get to see and care for many young people in our community. Their health, safety, and education are always my top priority. By serving on the school board, I feel that I can have an even greater impact and would be honored to serve in this role. When you vote on April 1st, please vote for me, Kendra Conkrite, for Pikeland School Board.
Paid for by Kendra Conkrite for Pikeland School Board.
Timeout was taken by Payson Seymour, their second of the contest, and the Adams Fiber timeout. It'll be ball out of bounds to the Indians. They lead by 2 with 5:20 to play. Blake Schwartz will be the man to throw it in. Looking, gets it into Baker. Back to Schwartz, right along the sideline. Out down to Sparks. Gooding, who's checked back in during the dead ball. As the Indians now spread the floor a bit and look to take a little time.
Both shortening the game. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. As much as they both like to shoot it, it kind of surprises me a bit. Schwartz out near the half-court line, guarded by Rogers, puts it on the deck. Ooh, nearly traveled as his foot kind of slipped on him. Gets it back now to Sparks. 4:47 to play in regulation. Schwartz on the ball handoff finds Sparks. Kind of perplexing, actually.
Just want to hear your voice say that.
They're going to use this clip to advocate for the shot clock. Here's Schwartz on a pull-up jump shot, no good. And on the rebound, a foul on Boone.
Nicholas Boone gets his first foul, and he got all that one. Second team foul.
Here's Brown back in. He'll sit down. Kirk on the other side. Baker sits down as Barker is in. 4:23 left. Tornadoes trailing by 2. Varsity game a little earlier start tonight. Homecoming festivities coming up in just a while. GP trying to take care of business, though, here on the hard court. Payson trying to break their hearts here on Valentine's Day. Here's a long skip pass to Woodward.
It's a chess match right now.
You know, people always talk bad about checkers. I'm kind of a fan of it. Right side, here's a 3 by Fensick, no good. And the rebound down to Boone.
Give him 7 boards on the night.
3:47 to play.
You don't have to name all the different pieces. You can just say red or black. That's why you like checkers, right?
Out of a double team. Now Schwartz gets the ball. He's into one of his own and is fouled by Brown.
It will be Hunter Brown's first, team first to the fourth quarter. 2 fouls on Payson, 1 on Griggsville-Perry, so 3:38 left. Long way to go before you put him at the free throw line.
These guys know the homecoming dances tonight. They're not calling too many fouls.
That's right. John Walters brought his tuxedo with him.
Forgot the shoes, though, it looks like.
Yeah.
As Sparks has it out.
Just glad to see him back on the court. Been a year.
Yeah.
Seems like forever. Other guys I've seen officiate, seems like forever. Not
Sparks
John.
over to Barker now. Schwartz near the half-court line with 3:15 to play. Last 2 possessions for Payson Seymour. A lot of action out here between the volleyball spike line and the half-court line. Now Gooding with it. He'll reverse the dribble. Give it out front to Sparks.
Well, you're letting these guards from Griggsville that had foul trouble not pick up fouls.
Under 3 minutes to play. As Gooding gets it. He'll turn the corner and be fouled by Woodward.
Woodward will pick up his first foul of the ball game, second team foul, 2:48 left, 39-37 Payson. And it's been that way for quite a while, guys.
I think that timeout was at the 5:20 mark, and that was the score then, if I remember right.
Yeah. Toughest thing now, look at what Rush
All
did.
stolen away by Rush. He'll get the larceny, layup up, slips out of his grasps. They'll say, though, it will be Tornado basketball, as Fensick will check back in, sitting down Kirk. GP with it on the baseline, down by 2.
Big steal by the sophomore.
Woodward out to Rogers. Now Rush looks down low. He'll give it inside to Woodward. He'll go to work in the paint. Kicks to the right side. 3-pointer Hunter Brown. Up and good.
He's got 9. Lead change number 6.
Brown off the bench for the Tornadoes gives them the lead, 2:19 to play. Now ball in the backcourt, nearly stolen away, but they'll say rush called for the reach.
Yep, Rush going to pick up his 4th, team foul number 3. Brody got by with that steal earlier. He did not foul, but that time he definitely got part of the body.
There's Cajun Austin back in, and Rush will sit down. 2:16 left.
Close to this game is, you'd like to have him if it goes to extra stanzas.
Schwartz with it for the Indians. Go back to that little stall game now. As
oh my.
Little pick and dribble action here. Schwartz will drive in. Shot no good. Foul, then he'll shoot 2.
First free throws of the night for Payson Seymour. That was a pick, was it not? Foul on Brown. It'll be his 2nd, team foul number 4. 40-39, 2:02 left. Payson would seem to have an advantage if it becomes a free throw shooting contest. Schwartz's first is up and good as usual.
Bowlers Universe, come on and enjoy the fun with your friends at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield, open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays until midnight, Saturdays 4 to midnight. Always a good time at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield.
Looking for our 7th lead change. We've been tied at 5-8, 37, and now 40. Schwartz's 2nd is up and good. He's got 18.
41-40 Indians with 2 minutes to play. On the Ridge Line Sales Group scoreboard. Kirk with it, finds Fensick. Brings it across to the right wing. Out now to Woodward, top of the key. Brown with it. He hit that 3 to put the Tornadoes ahead on their last possession. He'll head back to that same corner. Now Rush with the basketball. Garrett White wants a timeout. 1:39 left, 41-40. Payson Seymour on top. Back with more after this.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
1:39 left. Timeout taken by the Tornadoes on the Adams Fiber timeout. They have 3 timeouts remaining, as does Payson Seymour. 1-point ball game. As Brody Rush will walk it up.
Payson plays the long zone right now.
Woodward. On the right side, Austin. Pass out to Fensick in the corner, Brown. 1:27 to play. Tornadoes trailing by 1. Passing around the perimeter, looking for the opening here. As Rush gets it out top to Woodward. Around it comes to Brown. Free throw line, Fensick to Rush. Woodward deep in the corner right side. 1:09 to play. Pass into the corner, knocked away by Sparks. At the 1:07 mark.
If you're Payson, you want to catch him in the corner and get a double team and try to cause a turnover. Griggsville-Perry's moving the ball much better right now.
Austin has the basketball with a minute to play. He and Rush play a little pitch and catch. Austin to Rush. Thought about the 3. Now in the corner defensive. Throws it back out to Brody Rush. 47 seconds to play. Woodward with it. Bounces on the baseline defensive. Puts it down low. Kicks it out. Rush for 3. Yes. Rush with the tray. Tornadoes with the lead. 43-41. 36.2 seconds left. And a timeout will pause as well.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life. But when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
Your Jeep, truck, and SUV are only as good as the tires and rims they run on. on or off road. Go full throttle.
36.2 seconds to play. Timeout whistled here by Griggsville-Perry, I think was on the timeout there.
They've got a 2-point lead, 36.2 seconds left. I don't know what the timeout situation is, but
3 for Payson, 2 for Griggsville-Perry.
You know, even if Payson shoots a 3 here, you start looking at that possession back and forth. Griggsville's got a little advantage right now.
Yeah, 2-point lead for the Tornadoes. 34 seconds left on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. Sparks with the basketball into the front court. Finds Schwartz. Looks for the back door. Gets it into Barker. Runner up. Good. And he'll have a chance. The old-fashioned 3-point play and an opportunity for the Indians to retake the lead.
That was Barker, correct?
That it was.
10 for him now. 43-43. Help me with the foul, boys.
Foul on Woodward.
Just his second, but that is the 5th team foul. 3rd free throw of the night for Payson. They're 2 for 2 from there, and Barker looks to give him a lead. The 8th lead change of the ball game if he can make it. It's up and good.
44-43 Indians. Timeout taken by Payson Seymour. 25.1 seconds to play. Indians with a lead now, 44-43.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Meet water's bubblier and more energetic best friend, Bubbler.
Say cheese.
With antioxidants, natural caffeine, and 0 grams of sugar, Bubbler has benefits in each bubble.
.1 seconds to play. Timeout taken by Payson Seymour. On the Adams Fiber timeout. Both teams with a pair of timeouts remaining. Big Griggsville-Perry basketball, length of the court to go. Just 2 fouls right now on Payson Seymour. Had the 1-point lead, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't try to get just a little closer to the bonus if they could. Fensick will walk it up. Gives it to Woodward, still in the backcourt.
Now 3 fouls to give.
Rogers brings it across with 15 seconds. Top of the Peter rush with 12. Dribbles are the left wing, and a foul by Sparks with 10.9 seconds to play.
His first team third.
Could still do that again just to slow some things down.
Kirk coming back into the game, and Fensick sitting. No. Brown sits down. I'll be darned.
Fensick will throw it in. Looking, lobs it to Woodward, goes off of his hand and out of bounds, and a turnover on the Tornadoes with 9.2 seconds left. Here comes Baker back in for Payson Seymour. He'll sit down Phillips. Cajun Austin returns for GP. Sitting down Woodward, also Quentin Booker into the game. Kirk sits down, and we get a timeout taken here. 9.2 seconds left. Payson Seymour 44, Griggsville-Perry 43. Indians will have the basketball when we come back.
Jersey's Bar and Grill is pleased to announce the upcoming opening of our second location at 115 East Main Street in Mount Sterling. Coming this March, you will be able to find all your Jersey's favorites, signature drinks, craft beer selection, and locally sourced beef at 2 locations to better serve you. Jersey's Bar and Grill, your hometown sports bar.
On the Adams Network timeout, the Indians call it. They have 1 timeout remaining, up though 44-43. Ball out of bounds, sideline to the backcourt for Payson Seymour, following the miscue by the Tornadoes. Boone, nope, looks like Sparks is going to be the man to throw it in here.
Nicholas Boone may be the guy you would want to foul. He's not going to get the ball, I don't think. Yes, he is.
A long pass off of his hands and has to save it in. It's up for grabs, and it is grabbed by Austin. He's fouled, but just the 4th foul on Payson Seymour with 3.2 seconds left. GP will have a chance.
Boone with his second, 4th team foul. Any shot will win it. But they've got to get it off here. Who do you want to have it? Well, we'll find out after the Adams Fiber timeout. 3.2 left. Back after this.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
3.2 seconds to play. Timeout taken by the Tornadoes. They have one timeout left. They'll have the basketball in the backcourt. On the sideline, trailing by 1. 3.2 seconds left. Indians cannot foul now without putting the Tornadoes at the free throw line, so that strategy out the window. And let's see if Griggsville-Perry can find a way to beat a buzzer and put this big homecoming crowd up on their feet.
You know, if you'd make a shot here, it'd make the dance twice as much fun, huh?
Maybe 3 times. Hard to measure.
We're not going to stick around and watch, are we?
I can't imagine, as Finsick will be the man to throw it in for the Tornadoes in the backcourt. Everybody else in the front court.
And Cajun Austin's not in the game.
Boone will guard the inbound pass. Finsick. He'll throw it in the corner to Rush. Rush with a drive, puts up the runner, no good. Foul whistled. Foul called with 0.4 of a second. And Brody Rush to the free throw line with a chance to win the game.
Baker picks up the foul.
He's hurt.
Does this not remind you of the triple overtime route in Griggsville a year ago? Rush to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. 44-43 Payson. First one is up and no good.
And Payson, nope, I thought they were going to call a timeout. Griggsville-Perry will call the timeout. That will be their final timeout of the game.
Does Brody Rush shoot shots left-handed?
Yep.
I guess I just don't notice that. That kind of reminds me of that Brad Hamilton day. The manager said, you know, Brad, you're left-handed.
GP takes their final timeout. Rush with a chance still to tie the game and send us most likely into overtime. But I got to make the free throw first.
You got Swartz out there, so nothing's safe.
Yeah, 0.4 of a second. It's not much, though. First, he's got to make the free throw. Missed the first, it makes the second one. A little more nerve-wracking, I'd say, as Flint Kirk gives him a little encouragement. Rush with the free throw. Good. Tied at 44. And a timeout now taken, the final of the contest for Payson Seymour. And with 0.4 of a second to play, tied at 44, we are likely headed to overtime. You could catch and shoot with 0.4.
There was a broadcaster earlier in this game that said we hadn't had an overtime game. I think we have.
If we have, I don't remember it.
How about in the Turkey tournament? Didn't we have an overtime there?
Sure don't remember it. That was a long time ago. Garrett White asking the officials, can
either one of them shoot? He said,
can you catch and shoot here? Or do you have to have a tip? Payson, Seymour out of timeouts.
You know, we don't know. Maybe the referees are the DJs for the dance, too. He's asking about music afterwards.
He's out in the middle of the floor here.
Wants to know if he can play defense. He was a good defensive player.
All right, these guys here decided they're going to stay for the rest of the game. 0.4 of a second. Where are you going?
They were going to leave.
Tied at 44. Sparks will throw it in. Length of the court to go. He will throw it to Schwartz. He'll turn in a baseball pass to the other end. Shot short, and we head to overtime. Knotted at 44 points apiece. Overtime action your way next on Central Illinois Sports.
You've tried it. I've tried it. Everyone needs to try it. Sugar and Smoke, 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Open Wednesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Here's what others are saying. This place is fantastic in every way. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs on the weekends, the best green beans, appetizers, nachos, pony shoes, pork burgers, celebrating 1 year in business, sugar and smoke. It's time to eat. Yum! 217-922-0067.
Overtime action for you here on Central Illinois Sports. Brody Rush with a free throw to tie the game up with just 0.4 of a second. And we'll start it here with the 4-minute overtime period.
Jump ball, second time tonight. And you know, if it was still COVID, we couldn't have a jump ball because it was so dangerous. But we can have them now, so we're so glad. No mask on the chins, none of that stuff anymore, thank goodness. Overtime for homecoming. Why not make it exciting?
Finsick will jump against Boone to start the overtime.
Finsick won the opening jump of the game.
Referee steps into the center circle. And the tip is up and won by Griggsville-Perry. You got to hand it to Finsick the next time, I guess.
Here, take this ball. I don't think I can out-jump you. Take this ball.
Rogers with it out top. Gets it to Woodward.
It's an art.
Now to Rush.
Not everybody's an artist.
Rogers top of the key. Baker out playing the top of that zone now, making it a little tougher to pass over the top of. Now Rogers gets it. 3:30 to play here in the first overtime. 44 points apiece. He's got it out near the half-court line.
Rush is playing with 4 fouls, do not forget.
Will the Indians come out and guard here, or will GP just dribble this one for the next 3 minutes and 18 seconds?
They will be in the two free throw situation on both teams because it carries over.
3:07 and counting. All right, this is the time I'd like to see a shot clock.
Yes.
Yeah, you convinced me.
Steve Rylander tried to hold it against Carrollton in girls basketball down at the Calhoun Regional one night. It was a tough broadcast. He dribbles. He dribbles. He dribbles and dribbles.
Dribble, 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 dribble. 2:45 and counting.
Todd Plattner is smiling tonight, buddy.
Indians still not coming out of that zone. Brody Rush says, all right, let me dribble.
I don't mean to be a jerk, but the way Griggsville-Perry shoots free throws, if you're Payson, why wouldn't you foul him?
Yeah, it'd be a tactic. 2:25 and counting. Rush holds it out near the logo.
Not the typical tornado warning.
This is the calm before the storm possible.
And he goes, did I dribble or did not?
He has not taken a dribble yet.
You don't want to forget that. Little kids running across the court.
Just come on. There's nothing else going on. Come across the floor. You're not interrupting
Just
anything.
Run across the middle. What the heck?
2 minutes and counting.
How did my kid get hurt at the basketball game?
There's no action going on here. They thought the game was over. We're in overtime. The Tornadoes have had the ball the entire time.
Well, ever since that jump ball.
With 1:40 and counting.
John Walter, who hadn't worked for over a year and a half, said, you know, I can keep up with this.
Now they'll come out and guard. Set the play in motion. Rush on the wing to Rogers. Finsick out top. 1:27 left to Woodward. He'll give it to Rogers. Clock still rolling here. 1:20 to play. An offensive foul.
Turnover, Griggsville-Perry, their 10th. That'll be Rush's 5th foul. He'll foul out of the contest. No free throws, player controlled. But Brody Rush, the sophomore, and their point guard is going to foul out of the game. Nice job by Swartz moving the feet, Charlie.
You see Schwartz here on the Northwestern Mutual replay just positioned himself in a spot where Rush's only movement would take him right into the defender and got the call. Payson with it with 1:11 to play.
Cajun Austin into the game.
Schwartz with it with Austin out playing the defense on him. Schwartz turns the corner, drives in, shot up. Doesn't matter. He's going to shoot 2 free throws anyway with 1:03 to play in overtime.
Schwartz 2 for 2 from the free throw line, has 18 points in the night, tied at 44. 1:03 left. And Payson with a chance to take the lead. Would not be a lead change. We've had 8 of those. We've been tied 2, 4, 6, 7 times. Free throw good.
Here comes Hunter Brown back in. Austin sits down. On the other side, Dalton Phillips returns, sitting down Ashton Baker.
Basically anywhere in the state of Illinois, would you rather have anybody but this guy at the free throw line? He's pretty good at it. Second one up, good.
46-44 on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard with a minute to play in overtime. Woodward and Fensick in the backcourt. Throw a long pass that finds Brown. Defender flies by. Out top, Woodward. 50 seconds to play. He'll try to back his way in. Pass stolen away by Phillips. Gets the ball to Schwartz into the front court. Indians turn to play keep away. And Sparks is fouled with 41.9 seconds remaining.
Brown picked up the foul, his third. 2 free throws for Nolan Sparks, the senior. He has 3 points on the night. 46-44, he can make this a 2-possession game with both of these free throws, but it takes them both. 41.9 seconds left. Nobody under for Payson. 4 guys there for Griggsville-Perry. First one is up and no good.
So it'll be a 1-possession game. Will it be a 2-point game or a 3-point game? Tell you what, his right toe comes very, very close to that line.
John Walter goes up and takes an extra look, moves to the left. It's kind of like
slide to the left.
Broadcasting bowling. Second one good.
Crisscross, 47-44 the score with 40 seconds left. Woodward with it. Into the front court to Brown. Tornadoes don't have to have a 3 here with 30 seconds to play. Pass goes defensive. He'll try the dribble drive. Caught in the corner now. Out top to Rogers. 23 seconds remaining. And a whistle and a foul on Schwartz, and Woodward will shoot 2.
Well, and 19.9 seconds left, and Tyler Dushinsky's going, they've struggled this year. If they make them, they make them. We'll still be up by 1 and have the basketball. Woodward with 8 points on the night. Garrett, the senior. First one is up and good. 47-45.
Cajun Austin back in. Brown sits down. Also Quentin Booker will check into the ball game, replacing Kirk.
Make it a 1-point game, and you need to box out if you're Payson on a miss.
Yep.
It's big too. Woodward's second is up and good.
Made them both. 19.9 seconds left, and Payson will call their lone timeout of the overtime on the Adams Fiber timeout. Adams Fiber and Adams Experts, your timeout sponsor here on Central Illinois Sports. They can get your computer back going if it goes down. Also can help you with a new computer as they have sales and service with Adams Experts. 217-214-3423. Fast, friendly, and affordable. It's Adams Experts.
Fans on their feet, part of them because they've been sitting a long time and they probably lost all the blood flow in their legs sitting on the bleachers all night long. 47-46, Payson with the lead and the basketball with 19.9 seconds left. And you might turn it around and say, you know what, we're going to foul them because we want the ball in our hands with a chance to tie it or take the lead. Not many use that strategy, but there are some that do.
19.9 seconds to play in overtime. No timeouts left for Payson Seymour.
Robin Otker here getting some film for you. She'll take some pictures, and it'll be available next Wednesday on the Pike County Express.
Length of the court to go. Woodward guards the inbound. Spark gets it into Schwartz. He's into a double team. Out of it to Sparks. Now Boone, that's probably the guy they'd like to foul. He gets rid of it quickly, and a foul in the backcourt with 13.6 seconds, and Sparks will be the shooter.
Woodward picks up his second. Sparks 1 for 2 from the free throw line, has 4 points. 6 of 7 is Payson. Still cannot make it a 2-possession game, and with 13.6 seconds left, plenty of time for GP. You said Payson does not have a timeout left, correct?
You only get 1. They were both out in regulation.
First one is up and good. 5 points in the night, none bigger than his last 2 free throws.
GP's got to fill the lower block, and they will now with Flint Kirk. whistle, just making sure everybody is all right here.
Sparks with a chance to make it a 3-point game, 48-46. Shot is up and good.
Made them both. 3-point contest, 12 seconds left in overtime. Woodward into the front court and a timeout with 10.4 seconds left on the Adams Fiber timeout. Now GP out of the timeouts. 10.4 seconds to play in overtime. You can expect a foul at some point here from Payson Seymour, I would think.
You just don't want to foul them behind the arc when they're shooting, because all you can do if they foul, if you foul them when the ball comes in,
I don't think I'd do it that early.
Well,
but around the 5-second mark, if they haven't taken a shot yet, I'd foul.
I tell you what, no matter when, they know that Griggsville-Perry has struggled at the free throw line. Now Woodward came up and nailed them both, but 3 points in the basketball, it's about over.
Both teams out of timeouts here.
I think they'll foul very quickly. You think 5 seconds later. John is sitting over there without his microphone on, and
he has no thoughts.
He said he doesn't care. He's the nice one of the three, I will tell you that.
10.4 seconds left. All right. Tornadoes will have it right in front of their own bench.
If you don't get the steal, I think Payson's going to foul. If you're Griggsville-Perry, fling the ball towards the basket.
Inbounds pass comes into Finsick. 8 seconds.
You're right.
7. Now to Austin. They get it to Woodward. Not a foul yet. On the right side, Rogers for the 3. Yes! He knocks it down and ties the game. We're headed to double overtime. Mario Rogers with the 3 in the waning moments of this first overtime. And check out this one on the Northwestern Mutual Instant Replay. Tornadoes were in a little bit of a scramble drill, but Rogers toes the line and knocks it down and heads us into double overtime, Jack.
Double overtime, 49-49. Well, it was 44-44 after the regulation, 5 points apiece. 16 of 46 is Griggsville-Perry. 13 of 30 from the arc, none bigger than that last one. Payson, 16 of 34, 9 of 22, and 8 of 9 from the free throw line. I told you they should have fouled him, Charlie, but you wouldn't listen to me. So, 4 minutes back up, we'll jump the ball again. You know, we were at Porta one time when Bluffs played Carrollton, 7 overtimes in a sectional. And yes, I was heading to the bathroom in regulation and had to get a kidney transplant after that, I think.
I think you might have embellished that a bit.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Well, the difference here is now no Brody rush for the Tornadoes, but the tip is up and controlled again by Griggsville-Perry.
Hey, the ball was much better thrown up that time.
Third time's a charm, you know.
Now, will they stand out here and burn 2 minutes like they did before?
Looks like they're going to have a little more action. Here's Brown on a pull-up jump shot from the baseline. It won't roll through, and the rebound down to Finsick. He'll put it back up, won't go. And Sparks with the board. Indians with it, tied at 49 points apiece. Pass across the top. Turned it over. Headed Schwartz to the free throw line, trying to save it in, but right off of his teammate.
11 turnovers, 4 in the second half. Griggsville-Perry's turned it over 11 times, 6 in the second half. Still tied at 49.
Woodward with it out near the half-court line, and Payson says, we're not going to do that again.
8 times we've been tied.
Finsick, right side 3, Tornadoes have the lead.
Senior on homecoming's got 13.
52-49, GP on top of the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. 3:07 to play in this double overtime. That's over and back nearly, but a ball stolen away anyway. Turnover on the Indians. Ball comes to Brown. They work it out near the half-court line. Woodward. Garrett White says, spread out. Take a little time. Woodward drives the lane. Foul and shoots 2.
Woodward goes to the free throw line where he is 2 for 2 on the evening. Garrett has 10 points, his senior night. A lot of seniors on both teams here. 2:50 left. He can make it a two-possession game with one of these two. His team leads by 3 on the three-pointer by Finsick. First one is up, and look at him making those free throws.
McCartney Storage, located on the north end of Pittsfield, a great place to store your boats, RVs, extra vehicles, and more with affordable monthly rates. There's no reason to look anywhere else. Call Michael at McCartney Storage, 217-248-0011.
Garrett Woodward, the senior, getting it done. Second one up, also good.
Good to see that confidence at the stripe and a 5-point lead for Griggsville-Perry.
Full court pressure really now causing Payson some trouble.
Schwartz with it. He'll throw it across to Phillips. Takes a single dribble out of the double team. It goes to Gooding. 2:35 to play here in the second overtime. Here's Schwartz on the dribble drive. Gets to the rim. Shot up good. Another 2 for Blake Schwartz.
22.
54-51 the score. So a lot of time left in this second overtime. As Woodward will bring it across. Gets it out top to Rogers, who sent us into this second overtime with a made 3.
These two seniors have picked it up here, haven't they? Finsick and Woodward.
Woodward with the basketball. He'll hand it off to Brown. 2:05 to play. Between the circles, Finsick. He'll look to the corner in Austin. Rogers now to Woodward out near the center circle. Under 2 minutes to play in the overtime period number 2.
Nobody else close to fouling out of the game, so both teams can foul.
Woodward now loses his footing but keeps the dribble, able to stand back up with it. Rogers now fouled by Barker with 1:43 to play.
Barker picks up his third. 2 free throws by Mario Rogers. Has not been to the charity stripe, has no points. Towel comes out, not a big towel, so it must be a little puddle. Yeah, Woodward says, this is where I fell down. Garrett Woodward will have a cleaning service after this graduation. Grandpa Larry will.
Did you see the skin that came off of my knee there, too? I was going to pick it up, maybe.
So Rogers shoots a pair. 54-51. Can make it a two-possession game again. Rogers first crawls through. First point of the night.
Here's Sparks back in. Gooding sits down for the Indians.
Here Harry Waggy from heaven saying it hits the front of the rim and crawls on in.
Baker also back in as Phillips will sit down for Payson Seymour.
Payson looked to have it in hand, up by 3 right at the end of the last overtime. Now Griggsville-Perry with the advantage. Rogers second. Nothing but the bottom of the net. He's got 2.
Putting on a free throw shooting clinic now.
8 of 10.
1:40 to play in double overtime. 5-point lead. Sparks with the basketball, finds Barker. Back to Sparks. Works the dribble toward the right side. Now reverses over to Barker. In the corner, Schwartz for a 3. No good. Rebound, Boone underneath, has it on the offensive side. Throws it down to Sparks, puts it on the deck, drives, blocked by Finsick. Rebound to Boone again. Out top to Schwartz. Dribble drive, behind the back with it. Skips it on the right side. Baker for a 3S. Ashton Baker, have a night, young man.
13.
Cuts it down to a 2-point game. A minute to play in double overtime. Woodward into the front court to Austin. Out to Rogers now. Tornadoes trying to play a little keep away. They'll have to make some more free throws at some point here. Just got to take good care of it. Close to 5 seconds now. Ooh, just in the nick of time, got the pass away. Woodward with it on the bounce now. To Austin in the corner. Skips it out to Brown. 38 seconds. Clock moving and the foul, Hunter Brown.
Boone will pick up his third. Hunter Brown to the free throw line. 8 of 10 is GP on the night. They shot free throws like that all season. They'd have 4 or 5 more wins.
At least.
At least. Last night, Pittsfield game and others we've seen.
Yeah.
The sophomore Hunter Brown's first one no good.
Still going to be a 1-possession game here no matter what happens, but you'd rather be up by 3 than by 2.
He could be in double figures with this one and be the second man there, or the third man there. Second one no good, rebound Boone.
A chance for the Indians. 33 seconds to play. Sparks into the front court, finds Barker. Back to Sparks. Barker on the wing. He'll get it over in the hands of Schwartz. Schwartz will survey the floor. Gets it to Barker, right side for the 3, and the lead, no good. Rebound run down by Brown. pushes it ahead to Austin. Pass over to Rogers, on the run toward the rim, up and in for two. Mario Rogers with a layup in the transition game by the Tornadoes. Puts them up by 4 with 10.8 seconds to play here in double overtime. Timeout taken here.
Hunter Brown with a big rebound there on the miss by Barker. I kept waiting for Swartz to be the man to take that shot. Baker took it earlier and made it. Barker, who's a good three-point shooter, a little bit long. 4-point lead, 10.9 left, and if you're Payson Seymour, you got to foul right now and come up with a miracle or two.
How about Rogers and Austin getting out and going right there?
Well, Mario Rogers had no points at all. Now he's got 4 in this second overtime.
He's got 7. If that's true. He had a 3 to end the first overtime.
Well,
so.
How did I miss that?
I mean, it was a big play in this game, if I remember right.
Could you show me that on a replay?
10.8 seconds to play. 58-54, the lead for the Tornadoes.
Charlie will be taking me back to the home after the game.
Hopefully there's still some Salisbury steak left.
And mashed taters.
Indians will have the basketball here. They've got to get a quick basket and then a quick foul. They've got no timeouts left. So they've got to get a shot off before it goes to 5 seconds. If not, no reason for Griggsville-Perry to inbound.
I'm for Griggsville-Perry. I'm going to foul him.
Baker with it, gets it to Sparks. He's on the run into the front court. Pulls up for a 3 just inside the volleyball line. No good. Rebound, Garrett Woodward. Fouled with 3.2 seconds left. And here in double overtime, Woodward will shoot 2. Looking to seal the deal for GP.
4 for 4 from the free throw line. Has 12 points in the night. Finsick has 13. And he can complete the deal. Just keep making those free throws if you're the senior Garrett Woodward. First one is up and good. Got to give that young man a lot of credit, Charlie. He struggled with the free throws all season, but he did something about it. 59-54. Garrett Woodward says nothing to this, and he makes them both.
6-point lead. Schwartz will put up a 3-quarter court shot at the buzzer. It's no good, and the Tornadoes win this one in double overtime. Happy homecoming for Griggsville-Perry. 60-54. GP with the lead at the end of the second overtime, and they claim the victory, their 12th of the season. They improved to 12-17, while Payson Seymour drops to 15-13, and we take you to the Logan Ag postgame show.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
Are you planning on building? Let Pike County Lumber help. Whether it's big or small, we have everything you need. We carry all building materials like siding, roofing, cabinets, decking, doors, and windows, just to name a few. We also have plumbing and electrical supplies along with tools. From building your shop, your brand new home, or kitchen and bath remodel, Pike County Lumber is here to help. We're family owned for 3 generations. Pike County Lumber. For all your building needs, come see us in Pittsfield.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome back on the Logan Agri-Service postgame show. A thriller in double overtime as the Griggsville-Perry Tornadoes beat the Payson Seymour Indians 60-54 and claim the victory here on homecoming for GP. Jack, they trailed by as many as 11 in this contest. Kind of ironic, they led by as many as 11 last night and lost the game to Edinburgh. But tonight, they are the comeback kids, and they win this one in 2 overtimes with lots of heroic situations for a number of their guys.
Well, difference in the game is they're 10 for 14 from the free throw line. Payson was 8 of 9 from there. Neither team shot lights out. It was 16-8 Payson after 1, 24-23 at halftime. 34 after 4. After overtime, 49-49. And they lit it up 11-5 in the second overtime. Griggsville-Perry. And let's face it, Mario Rogers hit that three-pointer to send them to double overtime. And I didn't think they had any chance whatsoever, but they figured out a way, Charlie.
Well, made free throws down the stretch, made plays, and did what they needed to do to get the big homecoming victory.
Take a look at some of the things on the night. Griggsville-Perry, 18 of 50, 36% from the field, 14 of 31, 37%, 10 of 14 from the free throw line. Garrett Woodward led the way with 14 points. 6 for 6 from the charity stripe, 13 for Logan Finsick, 8 for Brody Rush, 7 for Mario Rogers, also 9 for Cajun Austin off the bench. On the other side, Payson was 18 of 40, 45%, 10 of 27 from the arc, 37%, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Blake Swartz had 22, 13 for Ashton Baker, 10 for Lane Barker. Just one other guy in the scoring column, and that's Dalton Phillips with 2. And, hey, Garrett Woodward making it happen when he needed to.
Garrett White joining us here on the post-game show. You had it right.
They need to change
You were right.
names.
They just did.
I'm so tired of these two guys that look so much alike.
Coach, we said last night you had an 11-point lead and lost the game. Today you're down by 11 and you win the game. I don't know how to explain it, but your kids did what it took down the stretch to win a big contest here.
Yeah, and we've been on the wrong side of so many of these games this season. So many of these games we keep talking about getting over the hump and never quitting and making those big-time championship plays. And tonight we got it, and we got it from a lot of different guys. It wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. Logan Finsick, big 3 in one of the overtimes. Garrett Woodward, steady play throughout, making his free throws tonight. Brody Woodward, big free throw. Mario Rogers, 7 points in overtime, and the 3 to force double overtime. Cajun Austin, 9 points and great defense off the bench. I mean, everybody that played in the game, Flint Kirk, Hunter Brown, everybody contributed and stepped up when we needed to. And it's such a fine line between winning and losing at this level, and we've been on the wrong side of it a lot. We thought we were a capable team, beat a good Payson team tonight, let one slip away last night. We've got to keep the momentum going and keep figuring out how to win these types of games.
Take some mental fortitude when you've been in as many of these contests, not to kind of tuck your tail and go home when you fall down by 11 early, and your kids didn't do that. They didn't allow themselves to do that. And as you talked about, a couple guys huge off the bench for you tonight in Brown and Austin.
Yeah, and, you know, they've waited their turn, as goes with bench players. Sometimes they're called upon to play a lot of minutes. Some nights they might not even get in, and Cajun stayed ready, and he's had a good effort and attitude, and he's been lighting it up in JV games, and he was ready to go tonight and gave us a big lift, kind of helped bust open that zone a little bit and gave us another ball handler and free throw shooter there at the end, and he's always going to get after it defensively. Those guys were huge.
I know it's small high school basketball, but there's a lot of coaches that don't play Hunter Brown and Cajun Austin in a JV game, and then they come into the varsity and they sit and they sit and they sit. Those kids used a lot of energy in that first game, but they prepared themselves for the second game, and that's what JV basketball is supposed to be, isn't it?
Absolutely, and they've got better throughout the year from playing JV basketball. And, you know, my teams typically don't have a problem with conditioning. I feel like I can control that, and I do, and so we're typically in good shape. And Coach Hansen the same way at the junior high. And these kids, with being in such a small school, they've played a 7th grade game, an 8th grade game growing up, and so it's not much different for them when they get to high school to have to play the JV and the varsity game. And with a small school and 14 kids on the team, those are the things that you got to do, and they stepped up and showed some mental and physical toughness in getting the job done.
First overtime, you burn quite a bit of the clock, miss a shot, Payson comes down, takes a lead, and it's like, uh-oh, you're down by 3 all of a sudden. And Garrett Woodward drives the lane, finds Mario Rogers, who wasn't afraid to let it fly.
Oh, my, yeah, huge shot. I mean, I had to blink twice to believe it went in at first because I've just seen everything go wrong all season long. And these kids, to their credit, they haven't hung their heads and they've kept fighting. And that kid particularly, he has worked his tail off in the offseason. The improvement he's made from last year to this year, from the weight room to his own skill development, like he was, sometimes starter, sometimes not in junior high. And he was, not one of the top guys in his class, but his work ethic and his grind truly paid off tonight.
Big victory here in front of a big crowd for homecoming. Always exciting. Always better to win the homecoming game, by the way. Makes the dance a lot more enjoyable, I understand. But, you take a look at your team and Payson Seymour's team in postseason play. You guys feel like you can be in the mix with about anybody you're going to play.
And Coach Dashinsky and I were talking about that before the game. Like, we both feel like we're dangerous teams. Payson, if you look at their results, they've beaten good teams. They've had some really good teams on the ropes and maybe should have won some of those games, just like we feel we should have won some of our games. Last couple years I've had excellent teams, and unfortunately it didn't go our way in overtime and triple overtime the last 2 years in the postseason. And this year we're kind of on the opposite end. We're that team that has no pressure. We're going into the postseason free, loose, and there's really no expectations with our record, and we're going to play free and loose and see what happens. Everybody's 0-0. We've all seen these crazy miracle runs that happen, and we feel like we're a team that if we get hot, we can do it, and they just got to believe.
Aren't you glad you scheduled Edinburgh, because now you're going to turn around and play a team that you thought you should have beat, and it'll be at their place. But that's a big scheduling move right there.
Yeah, and credit my friend Wade Muller for letting me know that they were available. I'd sent numerous emails out, and nobody wanted to play. And if you know me, I'm not going to duck anybody. I'll play 2A. I don't care who it is. But I just, the more games we can play this time of year. So looking at the subsectional, and after talking to Coach Muller from Beardstown, he told me Edinburgh had an opening, so I reached out. And thankfully those guys over there were wanting to play as well and willing to travel here. And so, yeah, it was great that it worked out that way. And so now I can go watch that game film as many times as I want and try to get my team as prepared as possible. And I think they should believe that they can play with them now. We felt we should have won the game, but it's how it goes sometimes. And it's going to be fun. And we get to go to their place this time, hour 25 away or whatever it is. And we're hoping to make that trip with a purpose. And we want to get back to our regional. We don't want to be here watching our regional. We want to be partaking in the whole thing.
Big rebound victory for the Tornadoes tonight in double overtime, 60-54 for Payson Seymour. Coach, we appreciate the time.
Thanks, guys.
That's Garrett White, the head coach of the Griggsville-Perry Tornadoes here, and his squad with the victory. 60-54 in double overtime. Time to name our player of the game, presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, understands this, and that's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And how about a big-time shot from the sophomore Mario Rogers to send this game into double overtime? Tornadoes got that momentum, never looked back in the second overtime, and they win this one over Payson Seymour, 60-54. That's going to do it from the Nick in Griggsville-Perry, 60-54. Tornadoes for the victory. It's been another Central Illinois Sports presentation.